Chrissy Clark and Muriel Blanca with Pop Culture Madness and Concert Blogger. Can you guys introduce yourselves to our stage visitors, please?
Yes, we are New Year's Day, and my name's Ashley and I sing.
My name is Anthony, I play bass.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here at Warped Tour. How are you enjoying it so far? I mean, from what I've heard, like, your sets are just getting amazing reviews, and it's just...
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
It's been really fun this year. We really brought the party to Warped Tour. We wanted to bring our fun characters on stage and really put on more of a show, like have the theatrics than just 5 people on stage, which is fun. That works for some bands. Just for us, we like to make it more of an event.
What do you mean by characters and theatrics?
Oh, no, I don't want to give too much
okay.
away.
Fair enough.
They gotta come out.
I don't want to give too much away, but you'll never forget what you see on stage at the New Year's Day show. Just think of a more fun, much more toned down Guar.
I love it. Where's the blood cannon?
Oh, well, you know, understandably, Warped Tour frowned upon the blood, cannons. So we'll just save that. We'll make that a special thing for venue tours. And, you know, no one wants to be covered in sticky mess and stuff, which we understand.
Okay, yeah, I get you. That's true. That could be a flaking adventure.
Yeah.
Fans out there.
It's
so,
awesome.
You know, how does Warped Tour, you know, when you're out there, you're seeing all the kids, and there's so many people out there, and then, you know, playing these larger festival environments versus like a smaller club show, how's the vibe different for you guys?
Oh my gosh. Warped Tour has its own undescribable vibe. I mean, it's completely different than a venue tour in an amazing way, and both have their pros and cons. But what I like about Warped Tour is the exposure you get to so many new people. You don't get that anywhere else. I mean, unless you're on tour with like Rob Zombie and you're playing like 10,000 people every night who've never heard of you. Like, there's really no other place to get that kind of exposure.
People come to Warped Tour with like an open mind that they're going to go there and discover 10 new bands that they've never heard of before.
Yeah.
So they're just all so accepting, and when they see us, they just become part of the party. You know, we just have fun with each other, and it's not like people only go to hear that one band and leave, like you do at a venue concert. You all come and you hang out all day, and you get crazy, and make new friends.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think the genre, like, there's no genre lines at Warped Tour. I mean, there's a
No, I
little bit
love
of
that.
everything.
Literally now.
It's amazing.
I love that. We're definitely, I mean, speaking of, we stick out a little bit this year.
That's
I think
good,
it is good. I thought, you know, it was going to become like us and Blackville Prides on like, you know, on the same team, but they stopped wearing all the makeup. Like, it's just us. Just us this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Very
thank
cool.
you. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're stoked on it.
Can you describe your sound a little bit for those who may not be as familiar?
Yeah, I would describe New Year's Day, if I was going to use other bands as a reference, I would say it was like Evanescence meets My Chemical Romance meets Paramore. Because you get like the poppy melodies and the catchy words you want to sing to, but there's the chaotic and the visual of My Chemical Romance, and there's the hard rock aspect of Evanescence. Yeah.
Sure.
Do you have any new albums coming out? Or do you have one that's been
We
out?
just released an album called Victim to Villain, and we're about to release the first real single from it next month called Angel Eyes, which features the guest vocals of our good friend Chris of a band called Motionless in White.
Nice.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it's really awesome. We just filmed a music video for it that's going to melt people's minds.
I love the fact, too, that you said that you've not forgotten the art of the music video, because I think sometimes that can get overlooked, and I love that visual element that goes along with the song. It just gives people another way to connect with it.
We poured our heart and soul into this video. I mean, we were bed borrowing and stealing and put in way more than we could afford or even had to give. And we just, you know, once New Year's Day has a vision, it's like, that's it. Shut it down. It's over. It has to happen.
Get it done.
Yeah. No matter
However you
what
have to
the
do it.
cost is.
This album is going to be epic. Do you have just a little teaser for us?
Yes. I mean, I can't show you anything,
Yeah.
but I can tell you that there is plenty of violence and sex and a lot of good-looking people spitting up black ooze.
Oh, I cannot wait to see this.
That sounds great.
So,
Yeah.
you know, can you take us in the recording studio for the new album, and, you know, maybe tell me maybe one track in particular what the mindset was like?
Can I answer that one?
The mindset was like...
It was rough. Ow. As soon as you say
The
mindset, I
mindset
think of
was
how
rough.
emotional I was. I was a train wreck.
We were all just because we really
all a
just
train wreck.
had to get it out of us, you know, because the songs were so buried deep inside. We had no idea.
And we've been carrying them for years too.
And where they came from different places in us now. And it was working with our producer Eric Ron to kind of get those out. So every song has an hour-long story we could tell you about how it came about. But a lot of them were you know, difficult to get out emotionally.
There's even one track where you can hear like me choking back tears through I think it's Tombstone. Oh, I was in a bad place that day.
That's awesome though that it went into your music.
Yeah.
I remember like I went outside and I had like a total meltdown, and Eric was like, you know what, just get back into the vocal booth, we'll turn on the lights, we'll light some candles, like use it, stay in that place, just try and let's record through it. And I was like, it was a struggle, but it sounds awesome.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it sounds awesome though.
Sounds like an awesome payoff.
Yeah.
Is it hard for you to put so much of yourselves out there? I mean, is that ever...
Yeah.
I think it makes you very vulnerable.
That's
out
exactly
there.
what I was going to say.
Creatively, I mean, it's hard to
Very vulnerable.
do this to yourself, you know, and write a song like that and put it out there because literally it's
And
your
heaven
soul,
forbid someone
you know?
doesn't like it, because it's like someone telling you
We
your soul
all-
sucks.
we all just wanna
You
be
have a
accepted.
bad soul. That's what they're saying.
It's funny, I like had a conversation with Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit a while back, and he told
Who
me...
he loves.
He's my homie, actually.
Yeah, and it's
Awesome.
funny.
I'm just kidding. He's like,
But he loves it
but
though.
I love me
But
some
he
Limp
was
Bizkit.
telling me about like kind of what you said of like you write these songs and you're going through those experiences and it's like putting yourself through that over and over and over again when you're performing them.
Yes.
You know, it's like, why am I abusing myself
Yeah.
like this to
I mean,
keep
the older
reliving
songs
it?
are kind of the scars have healed over and things like that, but
Right.
the new songs, yeah, totally. When I sing Angel Eyes on Stage, sometimes I just really want to punch someone. You know, because it's not the happiest love song ever written, and it definitely reminds you of what you were feeling when you wrote that, and you want to just like, I don't know, punch yourself or someone. I don't know. Totally makes you go through it again.
Like you said that your songs like come from the inside. What are a couple things that inspire you? Like maybe some experiences or people?
Oh,
like,
everything. Everything. For me, mostly, I mean, musically, we're inspired by movies.
Like what? What books and movies? Oh, it's wonderful.
I think. Just that crazy orchestration that is in every tune.
Yes.
We're really influenced by
Really
Daniel.
kind of drives us creatively when we're stuck. Like, where do I go from here? You know, we kind of lean upon that and kind of call upon those same spirits, you know, and tie that into our music.
Yeah, as for subject wise, I keep a notebook of I'm not good at writing lyrics per se, but I'm really good at taking my thoughts and knowing what's gonna make a good song and just writing all my thoughts on it, and then I give those thoughts to Anthony, and I call it, every time when I describe this, I call it the most unfun puzzle you could ever find. Because Anthony
But
goes through it.
She does. Ashley's very visual, and you can kind of see even the music video before the song is done. And you're like, this is part of the song where he's ripping out hard, like, blah blah blah.
That's how I write. I have to like see it.
And,
That's what you think cinematically.
It'll just be like a collection of sentences that paint this amazing picture, and it's all about getting it together into a song.
Which he is really good at doing. He can take like maybe a few words and mix them with a few other words that are like 3 pages later and put it together and makes like the most beautiful lyric. So that's kind of like our system now, is how we do it.
Well, it's amazing that your chemistry is like that too, because I know that some bands may have a challenge
It took a long time to figure that out.
It's not easy, but
It took a long time to figure out the formula.
And it paid off. I mean, we're super proud of our record. Like, it was not easy to make, but
I still have this like very vivid memory of the Mechanical Heart era when we wrote this EP, and I gave you like you did a line with the word shovel. Anyway, whatever song that was.
Shovel.
Whatever song
that's a
that
hard
was.
word to rhyme.
Okay, well, I
But I
remember
did
I
it.
gave him like 5 pages front and back of just the thoughts on this subject matter, and he was like, okay, I just need to be left alone, and we could see him like pacing back and forth in the other rooms, like just pacing, and he came back like an hour later and read us the words, and we were like, oh shit! And then,
I like puzzles. I think that's what.
Do you really?
I love puzzles.
Oh,
Jigsaw
well then.
puzzles, Sudoku puzzles.
oh, then
Legos.
this worked.
Legos
Works out
connects.
perfectly then.
Right?
This is a perfect job for me.
Because like you said, I'm more visual. I'm not really like, it's very hard for me to rhyme and like put things together like that. But if I can see it in my head, then I know he can do it.
She can go to that dark place where the song, you know.
The
raised them.
I hate that place.
But you make beautiful music. Thank you.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much for taking a few minutes to speak with us.
Yeah,
here at Warped
thanks,
Tour. We
guys.
definitely hope to catch up with you.
You're
guys.
so energetic, and I love that, and your voice is so soothing. You're so soothing.
It's a great juxtaposition.
Can I
Because
tell
you're
you-
just
can I
making me
tell
want
you
to be
the
like,
truth?
yeah.
The interviews, honestly, they say I have the most annoying interview voice ever. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not kidding you.
No, it's so
That's like
soothing.
thank you.
It almost makes us want to respond in that kind
No,
of scene.
thank you.
yeah.
I really appreciate that because I was like, YouTube is always like, her voice is
Yeah.
so annoying.
It's
That's
soothing.
okay. Don't listen to anything anyone on YouTube says either. Someone said I was fat on YouTube, and clearly I'm
Clearly
huge.
they were
Gorgeous.
So don't listen to them.
Yeah, I know. It's a bunch of trolls.
For real.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Yes,
Thank you
this
so
has been
much.
Muriel Polanca and Kristen Clark with Pop Culture Madness and CrosswordBlogger.com with New Year's Day. Check them out. They sound awesome.
Woo!